So I'm going to attempt to make a Higgins boat, made famous in the opening scenes of Saving Private Ryan. I'm sure you'll all remember. So we need two sides to the boat, and I've looked on the internet and made all the calculations for you. For 1/35 scale, we'll need two pieces of 2mm card, 12 inches by 2 inches, or 30.5 centimeters by 5.1 centimeters. So they're the two sizes, the sizes that we need of the two sides. The problem being that the sides go out a little bit like that, not even as much as that they go out. I don't know what the term is, but they go out like that, and they also curve in like that. So we're going to have an angle like that and an angle like that. Not quite sure exactly how, but that's what we're going to do. But anyway, if we make the sides first, then we'll be on our way. So what I've done is cut a shallow angle on one end, and the front end, which will have the landing ramp way up there somewhere. But for now, this is the size we need, and that's a more sharper angle. So I've measured 3/8 of an inch in for this angle here, and 3/4 of an inch there for that angle there. Okay, then from about 5 inches from, is it 5 inches? Yes, 5 inches from the edge to that mark there, 5 inches, we need to draw the bow. So that line will come down there, and that line will go up there. So this is a more shallower part of the bow. So if we measure 1/4 of an inch up there for that line, and 5/8 of an inch up there for that line. Okay, and this will be a curve. When you cut it out, rather than use a ruler, if you do it freehand and cut along that line, when you get to there, just it'll be a continuous line up to there. Okay, got all that. That will give us the basic shape of the sides. There'll be a lot more to it than that, but I'll do both of these and then come back and we'll see what the next stage is. So we've got our two sides now to the boat. So that one there and that one there, like so. Now we need to work out how to slant the sides out, and also to bend the sides around like that. So I've measured 4.5 inches from the back. This is going to divide the section between where the soldiers are and where the engine is. So 4.5 inches from the back, and I've got my width piece, which is 3.25 inches that way, and that distance is the same as that distance, so that when that goes on there like that, that's going to give me the sides slanting out at an angle like that. Okay, then at the back it's it's even more complicated. It's going to come in like that a bit, only a bit. Can I show you that? So it's going to come in like that, and there is that shape at the back. Some are rounded. I've seen pictures of rounded back ones, but some are square like this, just square backed. So that's the sort I'm going to make, because it's going to be a damn sight easier. Okay, so that's the shape you need at the back. I've made this 2 7/8 wide, and then a 1/4 of an inch angle down there, and the same down there, so that when that goes on there at that angle, it's going to be a pointy bit like that at the back. It will sit flat like so, and also when I put the top on, it's going to make the top flat as well, so that's why it's that shape, a sort of chevron shape. And then I've just mitered the edges like that so that it sits nicely on that cardboard like that. And to keep that shape, I shall put that, stick that in there, so that will keep the shape, and then put that on the back, and this there. That's going to give me the shape of the back end. I'll do that and then do something else, because I don't know how to carry on from there. So I'll put these pieces in, put these sections in. That will give me the slant and the shape at the back, and then I'll come back and we'll do what the next stage is, whatever that may be. Okay, so I've glued those two sections in place now. So we've got the shape of the back as it should be now, and this shape here. So we've got the sides leaning out slightly there, and we've got the shape that way also. So the back part is okay, but we need the front is all wobbly. So we need, I can't put this kind of thing in the front there because there is nothing there. This is going to be where the ramp is that will fall down on the beach. So the only way we can do that is when we put the bottom on. So I've got a piece of card and drawn a centre line that way, and we've got the centre line at the back there, and a centre line mark on the middle of that section there. So if I line those up, so we've got that there and that aligned there, then I can mark with a pencil all the way around there. And then for this part, I need to determine how wide this part is, and then I can stick that down like so. Okay, so that, and I've scored this line so it will bend up to it. Okay, because that's the shape we need underneath. Okay, so this width is going to be slightly narrower than the width here. So this width is what is it? 2 and I can't see. Oh, 2 3/4, and this is 2 1/2. So it's only coming in by 1/4 of an inch either side. Okay, so it's only just a slight inward shape. Okay, so I'm going to cut out this shape now. I can cut it out, and that will be the shape for the bottom of the boat. Keel, is it? Yeah, I think it's called the keel. So I'll put the bottom on, okay, and then come back and we'll do the next bit. Okay, I've got my bottom on. That fits very nicely. Now we need a top. This section sort of back here is the engine and the machine gun posts, and then the where the guy steers. What's the coxswain? Is it coxswain? Where he sits and steers or drives the boat in this section here. So this section will sit on the top. Again, it was a case of putting this on there and drawing around nice and easy. And what it is that's the shape of the boat, but then this is a straight line there and there, so I'll cut that out into this U-shaped thing, and that will I use all the technical terms, you understand, and that will sit on the top. Okay, so we'll have an area here for the for engine and machine gun posts, and then like a border, a shelf going all along the length in a straight line along there. So I'll cut this out. I can't, well, the sizes are immaterial. It's whatever it is when you turn it over and draw around it. So I'll cut it out anyway and stick it on, and then we'll go on to the next bit. Okay, so I've put that top piece on now, and I've marked out where there's a couple of hatches at the back there, and there are two machine gun posts, mounts for two machine guns. Although I don't see many machine guns mounted on clips of D-Day landings. I think maybe they were used for other purposes. Anyway, so now we've got the driver in this section here and the engine here. So I've made some kind of covering or other that will sit down in there, and I haven't really sorted it out yet. It's a case of looking on the internet, looking at photos, pictures. There are a lot of detailed plans, drawings of these craft, so it's a case of referring to those as much as possible. But what I've done is this tapered piece here. This angle will be the same as the angle on the end there, and that sits on the inside all along there like so. Okay, one either side obviously, and then a piece across to join them there. So I'll put those on. What else? Oh yeah, there's a barrier of some kind sitting there. But again, it's a case now. I mean, I've given you, if you are making one of these, I've given you an idea of the sizes that you need to cut to make this basic form. It is a case now of just looking at photographs and adding bits and pieces that you see. So I will do that. I'll carry on and probably finish it off now and put the big ramp on the front there. Again, that's quite a detailed looking item, so I'll refer to the internet for that again. So I'll go ahead and finish off as best I can, and come back and we'll see what it looks like in a moment. Okay, so I finished off the construction, put the side pieces on, and the fins, whatever you might call them, support fins on the side. I used the top of a washing up bottle top for the steering wheel, and some pieces of plastic I just cut up, but they'll all be painted the proper colour, I suppose, later. Yeah, well, basically I'll put the fins on the inside, support, I don't know what you call them, fins or whatever, and the most important thing, the front door. I hinged it. I used, I know it doesn't look very pretty, but one of those very thin straws that you get with boxes of fruit juice. Just cut one of those up, and there's 3 pieces on one part and 2 pieces on the other, and then a cocktail stick going through the whole lot. So that hinges the landing ramp. There we are. Okay, I haven't put any cable on. I'll maybe do that later. So now that it's completed, I shall give it a coat of white wall filler, watered down, and then that will give me a base then for, well, I assume it will be grey. I can't think of any other colour that they might be. So I'll paint it grey, put the white wall filler on, paint it grey, and that will be the end. Whether to put it on a diorama or not, I'm not quite sure. Maybe I'll leave that for another video. Just putting it on a beach with a bit of water either side. I will decide later. But anyway, I'll finish it off completely now, and I'll be back to show you the end result. Okay, there we are, one Higgins boat complete now. I gave it that coat of white wall filler, then painted it a grey colour, then just gave it a mist of black spray paint from a distance, just to give it a bit of weathering, and that's all I've done. I'm sure there's much more that you could do, but it's the making of the thing in the first place. That's the main thing. And I still haven't got my chains on the front ramp. I need to do that. So depending on how popular the video is, will be as to what I do in the next video, which I hope will be putting it onto a diorama. So setting it into the edge of the sea, leading up onto the beach, and then a rock face at the back. So we'll see how it goes. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, click the like button. I'll see you in the next video, which I hopefully will be the diorama, including this. If not, I'll see you in another video, and as always, I wish you the very best of happy modelling.